The way life insurance is presented, or let's say introduced in the online social media space, particularly Instagram and TikTok, and then to a lesser extent YouTube, right? The way it's presented by different creators, quite frankly, has me puzzled. And I say that because despite having only been in this industry for a short amount of time, relatively speaking, and despite being used to social media, there's a lot of information about life insurance that I know that is valuable that I just see never gets talked about. And the things that do get talked about are either incredibly superficial, or they're just a honing in on this one singular topic or this one singular product or aspect of life insurance that's gonna make them the most money, but not necessarily provide you, the consumer, with information that is relevant to you, right? And so I've looked through all of this and contemplated to myself, well, let me do something different. And so that's why I'm here. So what I want to do is talk to you about something that I didn't know before I got into the industry, and it's something I wish I knew a long time ago, because it would have saved some of my family members a lot of heartache, financial heartache, had I known this. And what I want to talk to you about is a concept and term called living benefits. Now, this is something that you might have seen, probably not as much, but it's something that you might have seen if you looked at life insurance from different creators, but it's not something that's commonly known. And what living benefits is essentially life insurance. All right, what do I mean? If you have a life insurance policy and it comes with a rider called living benefits or accelerated death benefits, right? What it allows you to do is, if you find yourself in a situation where your health is negatively impacting you, especially so much so where you can't even go to work, right? Say you got a stroke and you're struggling to recover, or you got into a serious car accident and you've been bedridden for 90 days or more, right? Or you're found to have a terminal illness by your doctor. Living benefits would allow you to take that life insurance policy and accelerate that death benefit upfront while you're still alive, to take care of whatever you need to get taken care of around your house, maybe personally, for your family, etc. Right? That's it. That's what living benefits does. And so put that into perspective for a little bit. Imagine you are a man, or imagine you're a woman, a family individual, right? You have a beautiful spouse, you have lovely kids, a home, everything so far in your life is going great, right? Financially, you're pretty capable, and most importantly, you're very healthy. Physically, you're well. You're able to get up every morning, get things done in the house, go to work, come back, and you're still good. You're tired, but you're good. All right, you don't have any serious illnesses or anything holding you down physically. And of course, life comes with its own set of mental challenges, but that's just part of life. But then imagine that one day you find yourself in a situation where you get a stroke, right? Look, you're young, but an unfortunate medical event happened, and it causes you to have to remain in the hospital. You have to go to rehab. Like, the initial situation is catastrophic for you and your family, right? But then the subsequent effects are that you're not able to go to work, right? You have to spend time in the hospital to rehabilitate yourself. Finances are not coming in the same way they used to. Things are slowing down in the house, right? And at some point, your spouse maybe has to take in another extra shift or two to keep up with bills and other payments around the house, with their car, your house, taking care of the kids, buying groceries, other utilities, etc. And because you're not able to work, at some point you're let go. And so now you're just stuck in the hospital, trying to recover, trying to get yourself back on your feet so that you can go back to provide for your family. This is a situation that one of my colleagues, one of the clients that they worked with, went through. And she was young. I believe he said she was about 52, 53 when she had her stroke. And she wasn't able to get back to work. And her husband had to pick up, I believe it was either extra shifts or an extra job, in order to, make sure and make pace with payments that needed to get paid, things that need to get done around the house, Unfortunately, the banks don't care if you get sick or why you're not able to pay your mortgage, right? All they care is that you paying it, and other things around the house as well. You know, electrical companies, they don't care. All they want is to make sure that you pay your money to them to make sure that you have your lights on in the home. And so, unfortunately, this was a situation for my colleague in particular, specifically that I'm referencing. The client that he worked with, she didn't have a life insurance policy. But if she did, right? If you did have a policy in place that had living benefits, imagine being able, right? You have a $1 million policy, or a nice round $1 million policy, right? And you're able to accelerate, meaning you're able to take from that policy, from that death benefit amount, upwards to 90%, to take care of everything you need to get taken care of in the house. Imagine being able to take care of your family while you're not able to work because you were able to, or you're responsible and got a policy and got something to protect your family. That's what living benefits provides while you're still alive, mind you, right? It's not something that you don't have to pass away for living benefits to take an effect. It takes effect when you are seriously ill or unable to essentially get out of bed for a certain period of time, right? That's what we call the critical, chronic, and terminal illness riders, right? Those are all aspects of living benefits because they take place while you're alive. Imagine that, how much good that can do for your family, right? Now, there are some caveats to it. First is that while it is designed to be income tax free, there are cases where that might not occur. And so that's something that you'd have to talk to either your CPA or any other financial advisor who, you know, works with your family in regards to your financial situation to see how that would impact you tax wise. Usually though, it does come through in income tax free. And the second part is that for living benefits, the circumstances or how much you're able to get from that policy up front depends on the carriers. And so some carriers will allow you to take, let's say, upwards to 90 to a certain limit, for example, $1 million, while some will only allow you to take 50% upwards to maybe like 500,000. It depends. And then the final thing is that if you do accelerate your death benefit, what it does is it reduces the death benefit amount that you initially had, which will also reduce the premiums that you pay moving forward. But that is something to keep in mind. But those are all aspects of living benefits that, you know, I believe if you were to choose to not have it or to have it, you would choose to have it regardless, right? I don't think those are deal breakers for the vast majority of people. But that's just one thing that comes to mind when I think of valuable information for all of you, things that you should all know, that you should all take into consideration when it comes to life insurance planning, because I believe life insurance is one of the most powerful financial planning tools that we have available here in the US. I'm not sure how life insurance works in other countries or what the tax status is with life insurance, but here in the US, we get an unprecedented tax-free benefit, financial benefit with life insurance. And that allows us to use it in so many different ways without having to worry about Uncle Sam knocking down our doors for it, right? And it helps keep us afloat if something were to happen where someone that we depend upon is no longer able to financially help us or financially help take care of things around the house, right? Or is a family member or loved one. But yeah, I hope that you found that information valuable and that it causes you to reconsider and contemplate how life insurance can impact you and how it can help you. And I'm going to go over so many different aspects of life insurance planning. This was just a bare bones introduction to one of the most valuable pieces of life insurance that I think everyone needs to know, regardless of how old you are. And yeah, but hope you found that valuable. I hope it allows you to make more informed decisions regarding this. But in any case, thank you for your time, and I look forward to coming back on here again and talking a bit more.